Back in the day, tattoos and piercings were reserved for the rebels, the outlaws, and the free-spirited souls. But fast forward to the past decade or so, and boom. Tattoo culture blew up like a fireworks display on the 4th of July, and piercings tagged along for the ride. It's like everyone suddenly realized that body art is the coolest thing since sliced bread. And now it's impossible to walk down the street without spotting someone with ink or a shiny new piercing. Those nose and tongue rings all the cool kids were getting back in high school. Yeah, those piercings were usually the result of some ill-advised decisions made under the influence of who knows what crazy substance. Seems like girls were piercing everything just to keep their delinquent boyfriends happy, or to join the body jewelry brigade that was secretly a junior juvenile gang. Parents probably thought piercings were no big deal, figuring they were easy come, easy go, and wouldn't leave any permanent damage. The thing is, piercings aren't always that simple. Sure, holes close up eventually, but scars remain. And infections, rejections, and allergies to metal jewelry ain't fun. But these rebellious teens just wanted to fit in, get attention, and impress their friends. Consequences be damned. Piercings were the cool thing to do, so they did it. Tattoos, on the other hand, are a different story. They can't be removed quickly or cheaply. I believe that women today cover themselves in tattoos as a way of attracting men with tattoos and to be the female chameleon. That's all there is to it. Or maybe they do it to fit in with other women socially. Tattoos and body piercings aren't particularly appealing to me unless they're artistic or arm-twirling. However, I am aware that a woman may endure excruciating pain in only 5 to 10 years. So I stumbled upon this woman with about 50 tattoos, and let me tell you, the more ink I saw, the more my mood turned sour. But that's not the kicker. She went and got herself a cringe-worthy tattoo that read, "I'll be a millionaire by 25. Joke's on her, because she left the parlour empty-handed and broke. But wait, there's more. She then backtracked and claimed that all the good deeds she's done in her life added up to a cool million. How convenient, right? The things people do to boost their status. And let's not forget, tattoos are back in style, but piercings are so yesterday. Now that you guys know about tattoos, here's why women with tattoos are a walking red flag. When a woman covers up her tattoos, she's not just hiding some body art. She's also flaunting her bank account balance. Yep, those expensive tattoos are like a billboard shouting, "Hey, look at me, I can drop some serious cash on this skin canvas." It's kinda like how fake nails show off how little manual labor a woman does. And apparently, women with tattoos are less likely to find long-term love and stability because their tattoos age with them and supposedly make them less emotionally steady. Oh, and let's not forget science. Apparently, tattooed ladies have more partners. I mean, if you're covered in tattoos and female, it's pretty obvious that you're going to get attention when you strip down. Women with tattoos lack in the foresight department because they're supposedly more impulsive and prone to chasing after shiny new things. Maybe it's because they're hyper-aware of how their bodies are changing as they age. And also, having tattoos means you've got a lower IQ. But wait, there's more or less, depending on how you look at it. Science supposedly shows that people with tattoos are more likely to be aggressive and even have a criminal record. And if you're a woman with tattoos who's been through some tough times, you're more likely to have an antisocial personality disorder, a history of abuse, or even attempted suicide. Two trends that seem to be popping off these days are women tattooing their hands and necks and getting into the adult film industry. And apparently, these trends are going to become more mainstream sooner or later. But hold up, aren't there still a ton of places that won't hire folks with visible tattoos? Well, maybe not so much anymore. Even fancy schmancy restaurants are letting their waitstaff show off their ink. I mean, who cares if you're serving up fancy schmancy food? Tattoos are the new makeup, jewelry, and dresses. Of course, there are some differences between the old school approach and this new way. These women might not realize that the more colorful their tattoos, the less appealing they might be in the long run. And even if they drop a ton of cash on laser removal, that outline is going to be there for life. Back in the day, daddies would hand their daughters over to their husbands when they were barely out of their teenage years. And these women were kept on a tight leash by the men. No traveling to college or Europe to find themselves allowed. Basically, If you didn't have some babies, you are out of the social circle. And forget about stuff like body piercings, gambling, or tattoos. Those were all big no-nos. Times have changed. All those once fringe activities are becoming more and more mainstream. Older generations worry that society is on a slippery slope once we start accepting the unacceptable. Did you know that getting inked up can actually have some serious health consequences? From nasty skin reactions to a potential risk of cancer, there's a lot to consider. And apparently red ink is the riskiest of all. But here's the thing, while vitamins and supplements are regulated by the FDA, tattoo ink isn't. So who knows what kind of sketchy ingredients are being used in some of those ink bottles? And don't even get me started on the fact that a lot of them are made in China with who knows what kind of cheap ink. Now, don't get me wrong, I think some tattoos can be super hot. But let's just say I'm not exactly swiping right on someone just because they've got a cool tat. Maybe we should start putting up warning signs outside tattoo shops, just in case. And as for what happens if you accidentally ingest some ink, yeah, there's not a whole lot of research on that one. Those tattoo designs women get may look fresh now, but that mess is permanent. The multi-billion-dollar tattoo business is raking in the dough, but is the FDA even bothering to check if those inks are body safe? Tattoo needles probably jam all kinds of nasty crap like mercury into their precious skin. Women probably don't realize tattoos could mean cancer when they're too busy getting tattooed up in their prime party years. They figure some magic switch will flip, and they'll be fine once they hit the MILF years. And if the FDA neglected to properly approve tattoo inks, these tattooed women will be the first in line threatening to sue somebody's ass. Women just hate taking responsibility for their own decisions, and tattoos are no different. Unless some big warning comes out about tattoo risks, women will probably keep on getting tattooed. But piercing may come back in style if tattoos start looking seriously unhealthy. Fashion moves in dumb cycles, as parents will inevitably lecture once they find out tattoos are trouble. Most women would likely settle for smaller tats if bigger ones turn out to be a bad idea. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.